Cole Palmer's impact at Chelsea has been incredible, and he is quickly emerging as one of their standout players. After not having success at Manchester City earlier, the 21-year-old forward earned a call-up to the England team recently, following impressive performances at Stamford Bridge. In just 14 games, he has already scored 6 goals and provided 4 assists. The question now is, how good is he really? Let's step back for a moment. Born on May 6, 2002 in Withenshaw, Manchester, Cole Jermaine Palmer became part of Manchester City at a young age, progressing through their academy's ranks. Youth matches involving Manchester City always drew attention from scouts, managers, coaches, and parents. One afternoon, when 14-year-old Cole Palmer played in a local tournament, several things caught the eye of onlookers. Notably, his exceptional technique, technical ability, and remarkable tactical awareness for someone so young stood out. Beyond his football skills, observers noticed something unique about him. The light blue jersey seemed unusually baggy, hanging lower beneath the waist and appearing wider and longer on the arms compared to others. Now, at the age of 21 and standing at 6 feet 2 inches, it's hard to believe that Palmer was once among the smallest players in both Manchester City's and England's youth teams. Kevin Betsy, the head coach for England under-15s and under-16s during Palmer's first 2 years with the national team, vividly remembers watching him for the first time at a City under-14s tournament at Warwick University, where Palmer won Player of the Tournament and was subsequently invited to join the England youth teams at under-15. Despite Palmer's success, some City coaches viewed his height disadvantage, compared with the intense competition in Manchester City's academy, as an issue. The evaluation was an issue. While some coaches felt his long-range shooting was a weakness, others recognized the finesse with which he handled the ball, the precision of his shots, and the understanding of when and why he took them. Unable to rely on sheer strength, Palmer had to discover ingenious methods to retain possession, utilize his smaller stature intelligently, and comprehend and manipulate his center of gravity. These aspects have undeniably influenced the way he plays today. With the support of his family, described as very humble by a source familiar with them, Palmer's strong work ethic, combined with a remarkable growth spurt, propelled him ahead of his teammates. Soon, Guardiola had him training with the first team. Upon joining the first team, Palmer initially displayed a bit of shyness, an understandable reaction when training alongside world-class players like Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden. Those close to Palmer note that his seemingly calm confidence only fully emerged in recent years. A surprising revelation for a player who was seen arguing with Raheem Sterling about penalty duties in October before successfully scoring it. Also, a few years ago, when asked about his ambitions during an interview, he expressed a desire to win the Ballon d'Or. While Guardiola admired Palmer, there was a lingering sense that something wasn't quite right. There seemed to be a lack of trust on the pitch. Or perhaps Guardiola was unsettled by the way Palmer used his newfound confidence to request more playing time. After scoring in the UEFA Super Cup final win against Sevilla in August, Palmer expressed a desire to stay and showcase his abilities. Notably, he became only the second player to score in both the Super Cup and the Community Shield in the same year, with the other being Michael Owen. Palmer believed his case was strengthened by being a key player when England won the Euro Under-21 Championship in July. However, Palmer soon came to the realization that his future might be better suited elsewhere, prompting them to explore other options. Potential moves to Brighton and Borussia Dortmund faced obstacles. But then, Todd Boehly, the Chelsea co-owner, seized the opportunity. Palmer fit perfectly into his project. Youthful, talented, with significant potential, and potentially a good value at £42.5 million. It was a risk worth taking. A single phone call with Mauricio Pochettino before finalizing the transfer was sufficient to convince Palmer that it was the right decision. Nevertheless, it was a peculiar moment. In his early teens, Palmer's father would joke that his small, but technically gifted son only needed a manager like Pep Guardiola to take over at City for everything to fall into place. In 2016, Guardiola did take over at City, but their relationship didn't evolve into the perfect symbiosis Jermaine had once predicted. In total, the forward made 41 appearances for Pep Guardiola's team, scoring 6 goals and providing 2 assists. Surprisingly, despite being on Manchester City's books for 15 years, Palmer was an admirer of rival Manchester United during his childhood. He was even pictured in a Red Devils shirt as a youngster, and it has now been revealed that he idolized Wayne Rooney while growing up. It's still early in the journey, especially considering his 7-year contract, but it's clear that Pochettino is already impressed with Palmer's strong work ethic and football intelligence. One standout moment was during the Arsenal game, where Palmer and Conor Gallagher played pivotal roles in disrupting the flow of last season's Premier League title contenders. Although Pochettino initially used Palmer as a striker, he has predominantly deployed him on the right wing, allowing him to cut inside on his preferred left foot. Gallagher takes on the role of the most advanced midfielder, and in pre-match preparations, they were instructed to limit Arsenal's options when their center-backs had possessions. The executed game plan worked well, with Arsenal managing only a draw with 2 late goals in a match Chelsea was expected to lose. In another match against Aston Villa, Palmer came off the bench and, in just 22 minutes, made more successful passes in the attacking third and created more chances than any of his teammates. While Palmer identifies himself as an attacking player, his versatility is evident, as he has played as a striker, winger, number 10, and even a deeper-lying central midfielder for England during their Under-21 European Championship victory. Pochettino sees him as an excellent link player, appreciating his ability to play in midfield and his understanding of that aspect of the game, which complements his attacking skills. Additionally, Pochettino views Palmer's unpredictability as a significant strength. In the recent 4-4 draw against Manchester City, Palmer came close to scoring a spectacular goal, skillfully dribbling through City's defense. However, an excellent save by Ederson denied him the opportunity. Later in the match, the once confident lacking lad converted a penalty in deep stoppage time, securing a draw against his former club, this time without any disputes about who would take it. Crucially, Chelsea's head coach has empowered Palmer to take risks in his passing in the final third and play through any mistakes, a level of trust seldom granted by Guardiola. In the initial weeks, the results have been highly positive. Palmer currently leads the Premier League in completed passes into the penalty area per 90 minutes, among players with at least 500 minutes this season. Additionally, his shot-creating actions per 90 are the highest in Chelsea's squad. Above all, Palmer gives the impression of a footballer who recognizes the opportunity ahead of him. His 6 goals and 4 assists in all competitions with a new jersey earned him a first and well-deserved England call-up by manager Gareth Southgate. While Chelsea is not currently at City's level, the move to Stamford Bridge has provided Palmer with the consistent Premier League playing time he had sought throughout 2023. Pochettino's ongoing rebuild allows Palmer to establish himself as a key figure in a team aspiring to reach similar heights as his previous one in the coming years. Sterling proved to be one of Chelsea's more reliable players during a challenging start to the season. However, it was Palmer's inclusion at the end of September that became the driving force behind an improvement in the results. According to Pochettino, Palmer's understanding of the game and his adept use of half positions, playing between the lines to confuse opponents, have been pivotal. Pochettino described him as a playmaker who connects all teammates, consistently offering options for play and finding the free man on the field. Palmer's versatility, excelling in one-on-one situations, playing between the lines, and having a keen sense of spatial awareness, combined with his creativity, positions him as a multifaceted asset for Chelsea. This, in turn, enhances the team's flexibility. It seems that after a substantial investment of around 1 billion euros, Chelsea has finally discovered a genuine gem. What are your thoughts on this? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments below. One of Cole Palmer's replacements, Jeremy Doku, has impressed Pep Guardiola after his arrival. Check out just how good he's been in this video next.